Thanks for coming. I'm going to work with 3 tabs open, and I'm going to share my screen. Hold horses here. It gets a bit complicated. I think this will do, and share. Okay, so on the Wikicon page for Australia, this Wikicon, there is a summary of this talk. I'm going to keep that page open. It's a page that you probably will need to go back to because it has a lot of detail on how to do things, and some of this is really hard to remember because we are looking at editing Wikipedia, enwiki. We're looking at editing Wikidata, and we're looking at adding structured data to both Wikidata and to Commons, which is something you may not have done before. So it's quite tricky, all of this, and to remember it is quite difficult. So you need this page. The other pages that you need, I'll just shift this if I can. Oh, I can't shift it. Okay. Let's see if I can shift it again. No, it's not permitting me. All right, so we're opening this query. I have it already open here. And the other place that we have open is the upload wizard. Now, to get there, you go to Wikicommons and you choose on the left-hand side this, in the left menu column, upload file. So we're leaving those 3 tabs open, and we're going to go to this query, and I'm going to avoid, let's go back actually. The query, when it gets executed, looks something like this. I'll execute it again because, there we go, Acacia Williamsonii, and there's a lot of acacias there, and I want to move out of the acacias because most of them already have category pages in Commons because they have data maps up there, but they may not have images. So we're going to go to page 5, and I'm going to look at these androcalvas. I know I've put this one up. I probably should rerun this so it's actually correct. And now I've well, never mind. You can see that these all have APNI IDs, and they all have parents, which is true for most taxa. We're avoiding the acacias, as I said, because they have category pages. And so we're going to go to page 5. And I'm going to just see if I can find an image of these. Now, the query links to the Wikidata page, sorry, the enwiki page, and that's all I actually need because the enwiki page points to the Wikidata, points to all of the things that are necessary. So, now you can see that our query, which queried Wikidata, and clearly the Wikidata has no image, no statement saying the image file is. So I'm going to just go up and put this into Wikidata. I'm not going to do anything more because I really don't want to spend too much time on this. Andrew Calver, so there we go. And I copy the file name, go back to my thing here, and I'll open the Wikidata. 2 ways to do it, obviously, but I'm going to use it from here. Andrew Calver Gorda Chodi. Chung Chung Chung. And I'm just going to add it as an image. I'm not going to bother with anything else right now, although I would normally do so. I'm looking for the words add statement, and the statement, the property I'm adding is image, and it's here, and I'm just going to put that one in. Now that's a bit rude. It's interesting. I will I'm not going to add it to those. I will add it to these two. There's just two that I know that don't automatically add. Sorry, three, including English. It's already here, and it's not here in the WA, which is but as you can see, although this is a different language, it's SebWiki, the taxon box is exactly the same. It's written in English. And this is true for a lot of the newer wikis. So I'll just go Control V and hopefully that will appear in the right spot. I'm just going to say I added the image, and this is, I don't translate this because I know my English is correct. What Google Translate does with it is another matter. I used to translate, but I just think if anybody wants to know whether I'm messing them about or what I'm doing, they can Google Translate it themselves. This is correct. So I'm going to go back to my Wikidata, which was here, and I don't think we have a Commons category. Let's see. No, it's not in a Commons category, so we really should add it as a category. And to do that, I'll go to the image, which is now here, and I'll just go like that, click on it and bring it up. There it is in Commons. It's come from ALA. We're not going to add anything much there. What I want to do, I want to create this category. And there's just two things I'm going to do here, two statements. One is a template, Wikidata info box. Curly, curly. Those curly brackets indicate that it's a template. And this other one is a link to the category Androcalva, because it's really important when you create a category that you upwardly link so that it's sort of findable. So Androcalva, Gaudachodi, Gaudichaudii. And that pipe puts it in a sensible place in the publish page. We've created a new category. That business of upwardly linking is really important. Really easy, of course, with taxonomic data because it's already in a hierarchy. Publish the page. Okay, now we haven't linked it. We've said we want to link it to Wikidata. To link it to Wikidata, we go right to the bottom and we go to the left-hand menu, right to the bottom of the left-hand menu where it says Add Links. Now we know this exists, so it's in enwiki. So I start writing N and up comes enwiki, and then I write the page, Androcalva, Gaudachodi, Gaudichaudii. Link with page. Oops, it's the only one that's got it. Oh no, it's in a whole pile. So there we go. And I'll close the dialog and reload the page. And you can now see that we have some Wikidata in there, including an image of the plant, which we just put into Wikidata. So that's all very beautiful. And we could now look at this image again, and let's see where it is. So you can see that it's actually gone to SebWiki. It's gone to Swedish Wiki. We didn't do that. It was done automatically. And we added it to Wikidata, which is why it got added to Seb and to SV. So that's all very lovely, and it's one of the virtues of Wikidata. Let's go back to our query. Let's close all of this. I don't need that open. I don't need the Androcalva open because it's already in there. Androcalva. I'm going to close all of these because it's easier if I only have the things that I need. Okay, let's see if we can find one that just hasn't got an image. We'll try and, I can't read it, Incillus, I think. Okay, let's look at that one. And no, it has no image. So we're going to look for an image. Now, the place we look is in GBIF. It's a sensible place to look because it aggregates data from many, many, many herbaria and also from iNaturalist and ALA and all sorts of sites. So it is an aggregating database and it's actually pretty nice, I think. And we're going to look for images here. If they're from iNaturalist, typically they will not have the right license because the default license in iNaturalist has an NC in it. Now, one of the things about all of the licenses that we must use is they cannot contain NC, means non-commercial, cannot be used commercially. Now, in Wikimedia, all images may be used commercially. So we need to look for a license that does not contain NC. So I'm going to look at these and let's see. I'm going to go down and you can see we've got a couple of images. They're probably from iNaturalist and I bet we can't use them. I'm actually going to spend time showing you how to upload images from, I'll check that we can't use them. 1, 2, 3, and we'll see what we can use. It's an iNaturalist observation, which we expected, and found in Western Australia. Oops, we can use it. Amazing. It's a by 4.0, which means attribution. We must name who wrote it, who did it, a person called Peter Crowcroft. Beautiful. We probably upload both of those. We'll look at the second one and see whether it's also usable. Jamie Lee. And you can see this one's not usable, so because it contains the word NC in the license here. So Creative Commons licenses by means attribution, NC means non-commercial. So we'll delete that one and we're going to take a look at this one. It may not be, it's the National Herbarium of Victoria. They haven't licensed all of theirs. And you can see this one is not usable by NCSA 4.0. So I can't use that one. I'm going to give this a miss because I actually want to show you how to upload a herbarium image. And here, obviously, we can use the iNaturalist one. I'll do that one later, but I'm not going to do it now. So we're not that... most of the ones from the National Herbarium of Victoria are not uploadable because they contain this NC in it. It'd be great when they change their licensing. Okay, so we're going to give that altogether a miss. We're not going to do Androcalvus, whatever. Close all of those. Let's try Lachner. Okay. Bringing it up. Has no image. Looking in GBIF. We click on the number, not the word GBIF. Only one occurrence with an image. We could be lucky or not. That's, well, let's just click on it. Okay, New York Botanical Garden. There's a reasonable chance this is okay. I haven't... It's a by 4.0. Terrific. Attribution. So we're in business here. So off we go. It's the best we can get. So I'm going to copy the image, save the image as... Oh, I did a right click there. If you go to the image, it doesn't download nicely. It's best if you... it was Lachner, wasn't it? Androcalva Lachner, I think. So I'm going to change these words. Androcalva. Oops, if you can spell. Lachner, I think. If it's wrong, we can change it. Let's just check. Did I got that right? Beautiful, I got it right. So, all right, so we've now downloaded it. We now need to upload it. So we go to our upload window, and you can recognize it by the symbol, the Commons symbol in the tab. And that's why I just keep 3 things open for this. So I'm going to upload more files, select media files to share. In downloads, I'm going to hit the word recent and hope that it pops up. There it is, Andrew. Yep, that will be it. If it's not, it will know. That was certainly it. So that's good. I'll continue. It's not my own work, it's someone else's work, but it is free to share. I do know what the Commons license is. Yes, I do have this information, and it's CC by 4.0. That's Creative Commons Attribution 4.0. We can go back and check that if we're not certain. So I'll go to my occurrence data, and I'll, go down. And it's certainly 4.0. And this was where it was found. Oops, that's not right. Well, actually, interesting. Because I'm picking it up from here and getting my information from here, I actually want to say it's here. I have a couple of choices there, but unless I go to the Sweet Gum place, I'm getting my information from here. So this is the one I should be referencing, New York Botanical Garden. And I need to go to my upload button. Where did I find this work? I found it in GBIF, Control V. The original New York Botanical Garden. Now, this is just free text here, but it would be good to have, it's the New York Botanical Garden. Well, and so we go back. I'm going to upload. Here it is here. I do know who the author is, and it is that institution. The institution owns the copyright. The institution has told us we can use it as a CC BY 4.0. So there's no, I don't believe it contains material restricted by copyright. So next, I'm going to copy the name. I'll add some further information later on, but for the moment, I'm keeping that copied. Now, select date. This is really tricky. If it was iNaturalist, the date would come over when it was first created. For institutions like Herbaria, they've photographed the specimen at some time considerably later than most of these specimens were collected. And we're not hugely interested in the date. I put in this. If you try to upload a file without putting in the date, it won't upload. So you need this template, curly, unknown pipe date. And now we come to main subjects visible in this work. Now this, I'm going to put in that. And as you can see, something pops up. Why does it pop up? Because it's in Wikidata. This is our first piece of structured data in the Commons. So we're going to put that in there. And the next thing that we're going to do, well, that's all category. Now, I would suggest you do something. I put this in a category that allows me to see the results of all my hard work. So it's in other uploads by Margaret Donald. And I'm going to create the category if it doesn't exist. And as you can see, it's popped up in red. We've got a rude message, but we ignore that and we simply go to publish files. Now, I've forgotten to do various things. I've forgotten to add some of the descriptive stuff that would help in the description of this thing. I'm going to go to the file itself. Hopefully that blows up into something a bit more useful. And you can see we've got the source. Now, we're going to take a look at the structured, yes, we're going to take a look at the structured data here. So as you can see, it comes up blue if I move across to it. Click on it, and you can see that we've already got some structured data. The structured data says this image depicts Andrew Kalwa-Lackner. And someone, a bot, has already put this up saying what the source is. And again, that is, if you like, it's structured data. Its source of file is a p-value, P747, whatever it was, P7482. And here we have a link. So that's the link that we had it from. Now we're going to add a statement here, collection. Now, this is one word that you need to know, and it says art museum or collection that the subject is part of. So it's part of the New York Botanical Gardens collection of images. So that is the right one that we want. So we click on that, and now we write New York Botanical Garden and hope that it comes up. There we go, Botanical Garden in the Bronx, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to do this because that's the form that it was in, but it's probably the William and Linda Steer Herbarium, but never mind. We're going to do this one. Now, the other thing that we need to add here, and we haven't yet got, is when we got that occurrence, there's no doubt this will have a catalogue number. So we're going through the information, preserved specimen. There it is, catalogue number. Now that's interesting. I'm going to say NY because the catalogue number is, oh no, that's how it's come across, so I really can't infer anything. So let me just go again to our image, and I'm going to add a qualifier. We haven't yet published this. Add a qualifier, and the qualifier I'm going to add is called inventory number. And you can see it's started to pop up. I'll click on that, and now I can enter it. That's how it came. So I'm just going to publish the changes. Don't forget to do that, really important. So we've now added all of the most of the stuff that I would expect to see for this image. You do not need to add the copyright and the copyright status because there is a bot that does that automatically for these kinds of images. It picks up the licenses and adds it to the structured data, which is really helpful. You don't need to do it. So we've added those statements. We're going to go to Andrew. Oh, actually, before we finish here, I'm going to do one more thing. I need to refresh that to go back to the unstructured data, and I want to modify the description. So I'm going to edit the source. Description. New York Botanical Gardens. I hope I spelled it right. Oh, yes. Specimen. Now, we've actually got where this was found, so I'm going to go and pick that up too. We can see it on the map, so clearly it's got some coordinates. We know when it was collected. I'm going to add that. It's just easier for someone reading it because they really don't want to go to the source and find all of this stuff again. So I'm going to go here. Collected on. Okay, and more info. I actually want to say what the, and we've got coordinates. And we'll copy those and we go to our editing button at, and I'm going to put, and I want to put a bracket here and a comma and a space, and I'm just going to delete all of those other things. And close of brackets, and okay. So I've now got all of the information I wanted to put. I really wanted to show that it was collected in Western Australia. So I'm going to publish the changes. I've changed the description. Nobody's going to get too worked up about that. Okay, so that's looking good. All right. Did I put it in? No, I haven't yet put it into all of the things. I'm going to refresh that. Huh. Oh, clearly I haven't begun to create this category, so let's do it. We're creating a category, and again, curly brackets, Wikidata info box. These are just words you need to know. You could try doing the insert, but you still need to know the words, so it's doesn't help you much. Category, is that a capital C? I better make sure it was. Category, Andro Calva. Pipe, to put it in the right spot in the page. 2 square brackets, publish the page. New category. And of course, these things pop up for me because I've been doing it so often. They won't pop up necessarily for you unless you do this a lot. Now, you can see there's no Wikidata ID found. So again, we have to go all the way down to the bottom and find in the left-hand column menu, add links. So we add the link and it pops up on the same page. We start typing EN for enwiki. We know that this exists in enwiki, may exist elsewhere. Andro Calva, Lackner. Whoops, need an L. And it pops up because it does exist. So link with the page, and it exists on 4 wikis. We confirm it, close and reload. Okay. Now, we haven't put that into Wikidata yet, so I'm just going to grab the file name. Could have done it from the top. I'm going to go to my Wikidata, and of course I have a link here now because I've just linked it to the Q item. So here is our Q item. I could have got there many ways, but this is easiest. And I'm going to add the image. So I go to add statement, and the property I'm using is P18, which is the image. And I'm going to add that image, pops up, publish, pops up because it's in Commons. Okay, now there's 2 wikis where this needs to be added. It'll be automatically added to SEB and to Swedish Wiki, won't be automatically added to N or to WA. So I'm going to go to N Wiki. I'm going to go to edit source. Again, because you're in a template, it's messy to edit it using Visual Edit. I think it's simpler to do it via the source. And of course, all we have to do is write the image. Now, we have to say that this is from news. We need to say where it's from. So we'll go back to our image, which is here. And I forgot to put in, oh no, hang on. No, I did put it in. There it is. Okay, I'm going to copy that there. I have the by in the Commons, and to some extent, because this is the essential copy, the others are really only links. I've honoured the by putting it into Commons. I don't really think that's quite good enough, but it's the best I can do for all of the foreign language wikis that automatically upload this image. In enwiki, though, we can be far more specific. So I'm going to be more specific I'm be more detailed. So I'm editing this and I'm editing the image caption. And I'll do a control and I'll do a brackets and a bracket. Now, to help people link to that, I could put in something more. Now, we'll see whether this comes up. Oh, what did I do there? Something strange. It went in the wrong spot. This is where I want it. Square brackets here. Now, we're hoping this will clean up. Right, that looks reasonable. What does it look like going down? That is linked. So that's all good. Now, I typically add a reference here. I'm not going to bother in this case. We have honoured the by, even if we can't link to the original image. We can do so via the Commons page. I like to put in a reference here, but I'm not going to bother. But you'll see I have done in the example that I've given you. Okay, so we've put it in there and I've added image and attribution. So I'm attributing it to the institution. And again, enwiki is so rich now that most of the herbaria that you're going to reference will already have articles. So you've just got to find their name. I usually just try writing it, and if it comes up red, I'll go hunting for it in Wikipedia. But you know, it depends on how you want to go about finding it. But you will find all of the major herbaria have articles. So you should be able to attribute it via a link and not just text. So we've now got an image there, and I don't know. Okay, that is correct. Okay. Egg-shaped leaves. Well, you could have fooled me, but never mind. That's good. And we're going to go to our Wikidata again, because the other place that we're going to put it is, there, I put it there. I'm going to put it into the SEB wiki, because this one doesn't do it automatically. And, oh, I can't do that. It was Andro Calva Lachner, JPEG. Andro Calva Lachner. Oops. CHNA. I think JPG. It'll fail if I've misspelt the JPEG. I'm going to say added image. I'm a bit naughty. I should look at what's happening, but I'm going to do that. And there it is. It's added. So all is good. We have an image there. Now, I'm going to go back to the Wikidata. And it should have gone up on SEB and SV. Let's have a look. So there it is in SEB, done automatically because it's in Wikidata. Let me go to the other languages, and Svenska, Swedish. And there it is again, automatically added because you've put the words that you've added, the structured data image is, and you've named it, and the file is then retrieved from Commons. So really powerful statement. We're going to go back now to our category, to our image. Why? Because I want to see what's happened to it. I'm going to refresh it so I can see if anything's changed. And you can see now that it's used on all of these wikis, and it's used in Wikidata. We can take a look at our structured data. It may have changed. It probably hasn't yet, but no, it hasn't changed. So the copyright bot hasn't come through, but we've done everything that we need to do. And while I prefer to reference it so that you can link to this specimen and see it in all its glory, and all the information associated with it, we have honoured the buy. I'm going to stop there, and I'm going to thank you. Let me just stop sharing, and thank you for that. And now we will start work together. Come on, Margaret, I'm looking for that. I'm going to